And y'all probably finna go say like, oh, why are you putting your family business out there? One, I didn't put that much out there because one, it's personal, and two, because I fucking want to. The fuck?
I'm a warrior gang, not just controversial now. Show me career almost. Homeward gang, ride or die like on me. Savage beast like a warrior. Homeward gang, not just controversial now. Show me career almost. Homeward gang, ride or die like on me. Savage beast like a warrior. Homeward gang, 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 gang.
Hey homies, hey warriors, hey supporters, whatever you are, just supporters, okay? We'll just say that. But yeah, what's good? Joe T back at it again with another video, which it's been a while since I posted a video like this, you know, because lately I just been putting out, you know, shorts on YouTube and all that. But I am somewhat back posting videos like this, you know, where I'm talking to the camera. As you can see, I don't know if y'all can tell, but I cut my hair a little bit because just I had to, just literally I had to. Oh yeah, and also this happened. Shout out to you, but yeah, shout out to you and Naya Perry. Love you, girl. Keep doing what you're doing. Anyways, story time. Let's get into the video. So I'm with sorry, I can't even fucking talk. Yeah, so I'm just, you know, talking to one of my half brothers, which we'll call him Joss, okay? I mean, should I say his name? Which he watches my videos, you know, but which I do want to say his name, but I don't want. All right, we're just gonna call him Joss, okay? That's what we're gonna call him. We're gonna call him Joss, Joss, Joss. So anyway, so like I said, we're just talking in the group chat, whatever. Cause you know he added me on the group chat, and you know that's nice. Cause you know I guess he wanted to us for connect. Cause you know I have like half brother. Cause in case if you guys don't know, I have half brothers and half sisters. Cause you know, let's just say, when my dad was younger, let's just say his testosterone was up. But we ain't gonna talk about that right now. And apparently, I have this other half sister, which we apparently, I never knew. You know, apparently we never knew each other. Apparently she lives in. Sorry, I got a notification. But anyways, so like I said, half sister didn't really, you know her. You know, apparently she lives in Memphis. So honestly, the thing is, I don't know. Nobody told me that I had another half sister I never knew. Anyways, which is kind of crazy. Which my mom let me know and all that. But anyways, so like I said, we're just texting, you know, texting each other, blah blah. Which means I'm just in the group chat, you know. I'm just looking through because you know I'm not really, you know, I'm not the type to really talk on the group chat a lot, so I don't really do that. But anyways, so apparently the talk was something about, which again, not gonna go into details. The talk about my dad needing more help. That's all I'm gonna say. He just needs more help, basically. Needing more help with us, even though, and basically, it's basically a conversation where it's like, oh, he helped us, but at the same time, he was not really there for us that much, if that makes sense, you know? So basically, I have this other half brother. We'll call him John. Okay. So John, he writes this long letter. This long letter. Okay. This long letter, which again, I ain't finna get into most of it because it's a lot. But basically, just stuff like, oh, just put him in a retirement home. You know, all this brutal stuff, basically. And the letter just he basically kind of has a grudge, you know. He definitely, cause oh boy, like he definitely had a grudge, you know. But yeah, I'm looking down because I have my notes. But yeah, he writes his long letter, and apparently, drama circulates which again, not gonna get into it. Basically, stuff like, oh, we're moving from the group. Sister saying we're moving from the group, and yeah, basically. So, moving on. Talking with my mom that we're watching TV. So we're talking, and then basically, she's basically talks about the same thing. How we're not together, blah blah. I ain't finna get into most of it. Anyways, moving on. So, talk with Nine now. Talk with my sister Nine. We're talking, like I said. And, I'm talking to her about, this situation, that situation, da. Our parents, where it's like, they, actually want your help. Basically, they want your help when they obviously are going through their karma, all this other stuff. They want to ask you for their help when they obviously never helped you. Obviously, that's basically, the type of parent where it's like that. Anyways, so, and I'm basically kind of just over at this point. So, later on, right, here comes a big twist. Okay, here comes a big twist. Out of nowhere, my mom just tells me that your dad is concerned that we was talking about him in the group chat. I'm sorry. My question is, listen. I'm sorry, but my question is, why does he even care? That's literally why. That's literally why I told her. I'm like, okay, why does he even care? Why do you even care that one of your children is talking about you in the group chat? Listen, and when she said that to me, I literally just pulled Sabrina Carpenter. Okay, I literally pulled Sabrina Carpenter. I was like, so sue me, the fuck. That's why I literally said, like, that's what I literally said. I was like, so sue me. I'm sorry, is it against the law for me to talk about you? And the thing was, I wasn't even saying much. I wasn't even saying much in the group chat. He just assumed that, I and we'll call him John. Like I said, we'll call a guy John, was talking about him. Because, mind you, we are the youngest of the family, okay? We're the youngest when it comes to our half-brothers and half-sisters. Because, I'm the youngest. He's the second youngest, John, because he's like about 25, and I'm currently 19. And then, everybody else, they're obviously, whole-grown adults, Some of them are probably married. Some of them already have children already, But everybody else is probably maybe they're in their mid to late 30s, okay? Because that's how my half brothers and half sisters are, most of them. So, and they're nice. We talk, and they're nice about it. They support me. I support them, what they do, all that stuff, whatever. But yeah, that's besides the point. The thing is, when I said stuff about him, it wasn't even much. It was basically kind of just like, oh, that's great. Is so and so if they want to help, if they want to help him, but at the same time, people got their own lives to worry about. That's it. That's all I said. That's literally all I said. That's all I said. That's all I said. All I said was, that's fine. That's fine if people want to help, right? But at the same time, people got their own lives to deal with. That's all I said. That's all I said. And then, but at the same time, he gonna think like that. Oh, I was talking about him when obviously I didn't have that much to say. When at the same time, when at the same time, but it's like I said, when John wrote that long letter, he has a grudge. Plain and simple. It was like having a grudge, a grudge type of letter. Excuse me. And me, all I said was just a few words, and that was it. I didn't even say that much. And the thing is, I wasn't even surprised because he always runs to my mom all the time, And the thing is, my mom gets so tired on the phone nowadays. Let me tell you something. She gets so tired on the phone nowadays. Cause when my dad, he would call my mom when it comes to whether somebody retaliate against him or some other reason, right? So when when he calls her, it's basically kind of something like this. I can see this right now, where it's like, sweetie, you know they was talking about me in the group chat and all that. My mom, yeah, yeah, I know, right, yep, it's that, yeah, I know, there it is. Wow, that's crazy, very crazy. She don't care at this point. She don't care. So it's like I don't see the point of you even going up to her and being like, they talk, some people talked about me, they retaliated against me, da 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 da, all that. Obviously, my mom is over it, but again, besides the point. So, and what I felt like what happened was that one of my half sisters, because they love him, they told him about this, that, and the other. So my dad, he lives in a warehouse, because in case if you guys don't know, he doesn't live with us anymore. Okay, he basically moved away. He moved away like 2 years ago. He moved out since 2 years ago. So, like I said, he basically kind of lives in a warehouse. He basically he plans on, trying to build himself a restaurant, because the other one got shut down. So he's trying to build himself another restaurant, which I guess is kind of like a seafood restaurant. And, basically, he just, it's kind of like a downhill, and he's busy, working on the restaurant, his new restaurant, which to me, I feel like you should focus on that than focusing on your children talking about you. Like, what? Again, sue me. And if you try to sue me, you're not gonna win, okay? Because this is ridiculous. And then I feel like what happened was that the half sis, one of his daughters, right? Because like I said, I have brothers and I have sisters. Contacted him and said this and that. I don't know, just to be messy. That's all. That's all this is, just being messy. Da da da. Right. And then as usual, he contacts my mom and all that. Out of nowhere, I get a call. Excuse me. So then I get the call, and then next thing you know, it's John. Now John, like I said, is what we're calling him in the story time. John, we're gonna call him John. So John calls me, right? And then he basically, I'm just like, oh wait, is this John? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, oh wow, because mind you, let me give a little background information, okay? Basically, I thought he was like just a missing child, right? Because when I was like a minor or whatever, I thought he was just missing. I thought he was missing. I thought he was nowhere to be found. I thought no one could find him. He was just a missing child, right? But no, apparently that's not the case. According to him, apparently, my dad just wasn't there for him and all that stuff, it's just daddy issues at this point. It's just, it's basically just like, oh, you have daddy issues? Oh, me too, Basically, that's basically what it just turned into. So after I get out the phone, I tell my mom that, oh, me and John, my long lost half brother, we just talked. And then, she's like, oh, my mom, she don't want no part of it. She's like, hey, that's between me, you and him, basically. So, yeah. I was texting, Steph Drew, whatever, about so, not getting into that. So then one day I was at the park, next thing you know, My dad, like I said, he calls my mom as usual again whenever something happens. And I'm just over it at this point. So, except this time out of nowhere, I just grabbed the phone from my mom. Just grabbed it. Just grabbed the phone and just hung up. Cause at this point, I honestly just tell her, like, look, just don't answer. Just don't answer, apparently. And I literally had to grab the phone and, cause it's basically kind of the same cycle. My dad would call my mom would answer. He'd be like, oh, they did something to me. Sweetie, they somebody attacked me. Oh, somebody so and so was talking about me. Oh, they talked about my I don't know, they were saying stuff about me, calling me names, blah blah blah. And my mom, she would just be like, yeah, I know. It's basically the same thing. Literally the same thing. It's literally been the same thing since I was a minor. Okay? The same thing when I talked about in my why I quit my job story time. It's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. It's not anything new. Okay? And I just hung up the phone. So, and this is where kind of like things get, I'm trying to like bring light into this, I'm trying to bring a little humor into this, but at the same time, this where it gets a little bit serious. So, I'm just making a sandwich. My mom reminds me about him. I get a little mad, pissed off, throw the sandwich, go to my room. She comes to calm me down. Even when I talked to my sister Nye, right, she literally said the same thing, like, oh, just don't answer, just don't talk to him. Just hang up, hang up, turn off phone, that's it. So, I basically tell her, this is where, I almost had to testify in court, okay? So, I tell her about, let me give you a little flashback story. So, this was like, maybe last year, or, last year, because, this is like, we're heading into like 2023. So, basically, I didn't know where we got into altercation. We got into altercation, arguing this and that. Things almost went physical, where he puts his finger in my face, right? And I almost bit it. And apparently he was gonna almost get me arrested because I almost got aggressive with him, and I would have done the same thing because you're trespassing, plain and simple. And then threatened that he can kick me out, even though he moved like 2 years ago or 3 years ago now, since we're in 2023. And my mom is just in the middle. So, and that's basically what happened at that point. Things almost went physical. He almost got me arrested. Blah, blah, blah. As he was saying, oh, you want me to call the police on you? And I was like, go on and call him then. And just, it was just a mess at this point. It was a mess. Which is kind of one of the reasons why I just been cutting him off. So when I tell her that, she was like, why didn't you tell me? And then I was like, oh, because, that was just, a little, I don't know. I guess I was just used to it. I don't know. That's honestly what I felt like. And that's what caused my mom to, file a restraining order. I had a letter. I wrote a letter. Because at this point I was over. I'm like, alright, I'm over this. So I wrote a letter, right, to testify against him in court, and then basically I gave her evidence. I'm like, here, this is your evidence. This is your evidence that, you can use. And because, he has his evidence where he can use where it's like, oh, he's been, I'll just say sick. Because, I'm not going to get into details. Like, oh, he has evidence where he can say that, oh, he's been sick and, she's being heartless and all this other stuff. And then you can use your evidence that, that, oh, he basically, you know, was provoking my son. He was provoking my child, basically. You know, so again, use that letter, and I had a little card, and then she had a card to the attorney too, but that's besides the point. But yeah, so I'll say so around like a few days later, right? She asked her about it, right? And basically we didn't go to court. We didn't go to court, but she already filed it and whatever, so and all that and whatnot. So anyway, so like I said, so how does this all end? Let me tell you. So after getting off the phone with Nye, right, I was basically gonna remove myself from the group chat. Okay, I was gonna remove myself, but then Joss, okay, Jos, he basically deleted the conversation, even though I said like, oh, I'm gonna leave out, and that was pretty much it, you know. Anyways, that's it. Social media links in the description, and yeah, that's it. And Happy New Year. Joe T signing out. Later. Bye. Hey guys, so before the video starts, I just want to give a big shout out to New Life Ministries. If you don't know who they are, they're a radio station, a Christian radio station, and I just did an interview with them pretty much. And it was basically kind of just about stuff like wanting to be more than just an online persona, and how just because I have my negative moments doesn't mean, I can turn around and be, be somebody in a positive way. How I don't want nothing much out of this, and how, like, if you want to compare me, then go ahead, because I'm not perfect. I don't think anybody's perfect in sort of way. And just, how I just don't take crap for nobody. You can say I'm this little 18, 19-year-old boy, whatever. Look, I just be like, whatever, but yeah, that's basically kind of what I talked about with them. And so basically, yeah, that's basically what went on with the interview. And just stuff like, I also told him that, like, oh, when it comes to like some type of attention, on the internet, mainly TikTok, I don't love it that much, but at the same time I don't hate it that much. But yeah, that's that. um but you can basically go check them out. Try me. Try me. Try me. You want to try me, but it's next better. Out of here. You want to try me, but it's day playing me. Out here. You want to try me because I'm gonna blow me, and that's so young. People like to underestimate you. Boom, like a gun. You want to try me, but they never wanna fight or play love. People try me when they get in their feelings, but themselves will blood up. People try me because they say you want to use every